What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today is all about Sinbad and him making his mark in the Dream Realm meta. Now, if you truly want to get the best bang for your buck and the best progress with this hero, sadly, you really do need to go to plus 15, because this is where you're getting that other extra 15% damage. He's basically doing a better than Reinier buff. However, in today's team, we're actually going to be running both Sinbad and Reinier. So that's going to be something we're going to be doing with the Cyclops boss right here. So this is a really interesting one because we're still getting a faction bonus. We're getting a 4 faction bonus, with 2 of them being Celestial and Hypogen, and that's because one of our main damage dealers is going to be Taylene. She's going to be killing all those bats that spawn very, very quickly here. And then actually Sinbad is going to double as both a damage buffer and just a straight up damage dealer. Now the only sad thing is Sinbad's magic charms really doesn't do anything most of the time in Dream Realm. So that's the one thing that's really, really sad. Whereas Taylene's is very, very important because it's increasing all damage except her normal attacks by 40%. And guess what? She's not using normal attacks pretty much this entire battle. We're also going to try the difference between Tide Call and Resonating Spell. I don't know which one's going to do better here. But again, we're going to be paired with a couple of our Mauler heroes here. We got Mikola, we got Coco, the two kind of go-to support heroes nowadays. Now that kind of Smokey has fallen out of the meta a bit. So you're going to be pleasantly surprised if you do have very high investment in Sinbad. He's a very good hero. If you're not going for a very high investment, you're not going plus 15 on an exclusive, you're going to find many less uses for this hero. If you get Sinbad to like less than Mythic Plus, he's not that great. If you get him to like plus 10, he's still pretty good. But when you can use both Sinbad and Reinier for damage buffing on a boss, the things get a little bit crazy and tons of damage start stacking up. Not only that, you can see there's a lot of attack debuffs on the boss too. And the best part about using Taylene here is every time those bats are spawned, she kills them almost instantly, which means you get like 100% uptime on the boss, which is usually the thing that kind of slows your team down overall. And on top of that, we're even using the artifact to give us even more bonus damage. However, we're not doing a ton of casting. You see, it's not like Sinbad is doing better than Taylene or anything, but he is a very key part in the fact that he both does damage and also supports the team that he's on. So let's try this out. I don't think going for Resonating Spell is going to be the play. And actually, hold on. Ooh, I just realized today we hit over at level 600, which means we can now upgrade these even further. I don't know how far. Oh, Lord. This means we're not going to be able to do an accurate test because I'm going all in on Tide Call spell because I feel like that's the one I want to use more often. We'll spend more resources as we acquire more of these Oblivion shards, of course, but geez, this takes forever. And of course, you do need to farm Legend Trial. I haven't done them today just yet, so I will get a little progression, but not a ton. Let's just see what type of damage buff it gives by going from plus 20 to plus 24. That could be a really cool test just to see how much power the artifact actually provides by upgrading it. Maybe it's a lot, maybe it's not a lot. We'll just have to see how this turns out. Now, I don't know if Coco is necessarily needed in this team, and I'm wondering if we could have a better option than Coco here. I don't know if the shielding and damage reduction is necessary to survive the hit from Cyclops, because like I said, we have attack reduction on them. I feel like we might actually be able to survive without Coco, so I kind of wonder if we can substitute someone else in there, whether it's Smokey or I don't know. Smokey could be good because that's another attack buff. Mikola is definitely a must-have here. I don't know. That was actually a big burst right there. And you can see we got a couple percentage points better by upgrading the artifact, but not a ton really. Not a big difference there. The big thing is, though, is just the fact that using Sinbad is becoming the way to go here. So let's see what happens if we change this up and we go for Resonating Spell. I feel like that's probably the best to continue using it on the Taylene here. I don't think it would be better doing it some other way. Whoa, Sinbad just went like completely off screen here. I didn't know he could leave the battlefield that far. So let's see, with this one here, aka of course the resonating spell, we're getting a ton of extra attack percentage. So even though we're not dealing 25% bonus damage for 4 seconds after one of those waves goes across the battlefield, just having more attack might be the better option. And that's the thing, it's like maybe sometimes you use one artifact, other times you use the other. I like that there's variety and there's not just a, hey, this one artifact wins all, because it felt like that's what it was like in Season of Song of Strife with Evocation Spell. You basically use Evocation Spell almost in every single one. You sometimes use Quick Blade Spell for the physical defense reduction and stuff, but this is looking pretty good right here. This one actually might win out. Oh, it's so close. No, it's going to be a couple percentage points short. And again, that might just be difference of having a level 21 artifact versus a level 24. So that's the big downside here. And I don't think anybody is really using any other team. Let's see. Yeah, everybody seems to be using the same Tide Call spell, and everybody's using essentially the same team. I'm kind of intrigued to see what would happen if we drop the Sinbad and go back to the old strategy with Lily May, because Lily May was the go-to before this. So where are you, Lily May? Oh my gosh. Hold on. Why do I not see Lily May? Just look for a ton of stars. Oh, there she is. I just gotta look for the stars. That's the easier way. Let's do one attempt with Lily May. I don't think it's gonna be better. I can't see how it's better. The only way it's better is if she's just doing like crazy amounts of damage here. And let's go back to the Tide Call spell. It also means we're probably using less ultimates with Lily May, so that might not be good for Tide Call. But maybe just her raw damage output, because she does do more damage than Sinbad. It's just we're not getting the buffs that Sinbad has for our overall damage. Let's see what happens, because we have an insane amount of investment for Lily May. So maybe a plus 25 artifact Lily May does outperform a plus 15 Sinbad. It might be something that is. Let's just see how the numbers actually work out at the end of this here. It's always nice to go back to the old strategies, even though the new ones look like they might be new, just to go back and see what does the old strategy use. Because again, you invest a lot in these older meta heroes, and sometimes even if you have the newer hero, they might not be as strong if they're not built up as much. So you can see right here, we're actually at 61%. I think I might actually do more damage with the Lily May than the Sinbad. And this is another reason why just following what everybody has on the top of the leaderboard isn't always the go-to here. You're right there, we got to 67, so we actually got a better score, actually taking us to rank 1. So yeah, the Lily May strategy definitely better in our situation. That took us from rank 3 to rank 1. And you see right here now we have the better team setup here. The only other thing I'm kind of wondering, I doubt this is going to work, taking away the Coco and putting a Sinbad instead. I really don't think this is going to work, but maybe with the healing we have, and of course he's lowering the attack of the boss, maybe there's some way we actually survive those eye beams. I don't know. This is gonna be pretty sketchy, but having like a triple damage dealer setup, I think the only one that's gonna be an issue is like the very last eye beam, because they do kind of build up in damage and do more towards the end. So let's see how this actually turns out, because maybe running the triple team is even better. Just adding him in instead of Coco. And again, most likely when we get to Endless, this is probably going to be the better strategy than having the Coco, because survivability is not going to be as much of an issue here. And it looks like we're already at 60% with 25 seconds left. This could be an even better record, just completely dropping the Coco off. Maybe we don't need the survivability. This next eye beam is going to be the issue. Yeah, see, this eye beam is the one that kills us. We did get to 66.1%, which is close. Maybe with some RNG there, we actually might be able to make it happen. I don't know. But yeah, that's the team here. Using both Sinbad and Reinier does seem to be the go-to strategy. It's just when I have this powerful, we have literally the epic plus version of her. We have that 6-star. When you have like a huge investment, it's definitely the way. But for most people that didn't invest crazy amounts in Lily May, Sinbad is most likely going to be the better option, pairing him with Reinier. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.